Is Vanakkam Karthik B. Harish Hari. We will wait for others to join. Am I audible? My voice is audible. Okay, thank you, Karthik B. Okay, once we have enough participants, we will start our class. All of you can make sure my voice is audible. And then, one more advice from me for attending class today is that since I am uh, conducting the class in YouTube, what you have to do is like if you have any problems in between, you have to write in the comment section. So through the comments, we will be connected throughout the class. If you have any problems or anything, if the video is stopping, you will have to inform me in the comment section. Another advantage of conducting class in YouTube is that the quality of the voice and the streaming will be higher. And if you have a poor internet connection, you can reduce the quality of the video to below 144 or 240. In that way, you can stream the video even in low internet. Okay, so Renu ji, only 100 MB is there. Okay, anyway, you reduce the quality of the video to 144. All of you might have attended the morning classes, so you will have very less internet facilities to attend the next class. That is one more reason why I conducting this class in YouTube. So what I will do, I will quickly finish the class within 1 hour itself, and we will start the class immediately. And make sure all of you write your roll numbers and your name as in the college identity card, or the card. If the card is not issued, what is your proper name? You have to write it, and your roll numbers also. Okay, I'm going to share my screen with you. Okay, I assume all of you can hear my screen now. So this is your syllabus. Okay, a copy of your syllabus I will be sending to you soon after the class. And this is your unit 1. You will have 5 units for every subject. For every semester, you will have 5 units: unit 1, unit 2, unit 3, unit 4, and unit 5. So for a semester, you have to study this 5 units that will come under a particular subject. And the very first unit of your subject, Basics of Forensic Science and Medicine, is Introduction to Forensic Science. So, under Introduction to Forensic Science, you have topics such as history and development of forensic science, definitions, scope and need of forensic science, and then basic principles, Locard's principles, basic branches of forensic science, organizational setup of forensic science laboratories. So, in the last class, we have learned about the organizational setup of forensic science laboratories, and then branches of forensic science, Locard's principles. Also, we touched upon some basic principles and scope and need. That means why a particular subject exists and what is the application of forensic science, that also we touched upon. And we in today's class, what we will do, we will look at the history of forensic science, how the forensic science evolved to the present branch of science it is now. So there is a lot of application for forensic science now, but that was not the situation before long. So we will see how, as a subject, forensic science has evolved by studying the work of few people. So now, what I'm sharing is a PowerPoint presentation which I found online, which explains the history of forensic science. Okay. Okay, these are all basic definition which we already learned in our last class. Forensic science is the application of science to criminal and civil laws. Forensic science owes its origin to individuals such as Bertillon, Galton, Letts, Goddard, Osborne, Lockhart. So these are all people who played important roles in the development of the forensic science. So Matthew Ophila, the father of forensic toxicology, that is, so there was a very famous case in France in 1813. So Matthew Ophila, he is considered as the father of forensic toxicology. So toxicology is the branch of forensic science which focus on studying and understanding poison and poison related deaths. So let's look at his case. So there was this woman called Marie Lafarge. So she was from an aristocratic family, in a French woman, and the case was that her she married a man who is also a powerful man, and later on she has poisoned her husband. So that was the case of this Marie Lafarge. So at that time, if they were using a certain kind of chemical poisons to kill a person, to poison someone, it is difficult for the medical scientist or the doctors during that time to identify the causes of death. So during that time, she has poisoned her husband in 1840. So this case has received huge attention in the media, and what she has done is like she some kind of poisons used to which is used for killing animals, like rat poison. She has used it in her husband's drink. Okay, on 12th of January 1840, while the family gathered in the sick room fearing the worst, Emma Pontier, who had such high regard for Mary, told her of Anna Brand suspicious. So a man in a family is dead, and few people raised suspicion that he could have been poisoned, and a lot of doctors during that time conducted tests on the person during the postmortem for understanding if it is actually a murder, as few people are suspecting. So finally, this man, Matthew Ophila. So this is man. He has conducted a test on that the person for understanding the real cause of death, which was actually poisoning. So the accused was under was under the benefit of doubt for a very long time. After that, he has devised a test which was not available during that time, and through that test he found out that woman has indeed poisoned her husband. If there is a reason to believe that a murder or attempted murder may have been committed using poison, a forensic toxicologist is often brought in to examine pieces of evidence such as corpses and food items for poison content. In Ofla's time, the primary type of poison in use was arsenic, but there were no reliable. Arsenic is a kind of chemical poisoning, but there were no reliable ways of testing for its presence in the body of a person. Ofila created new techniques and refined existing techniques in his first treatise. In 1840, Marie Lafarge was tried for the murder of her husband. So, this is the case we were talking about. And Orfila was asked by the court to investigate. He discovered that the test used the Marsh test. Marsh test is an old test which is used for identifying poison, so which had been performed incorrectly, and that there was in fact arsenic in the body. So he has there was certain tests which were existing. He has upgraded those tests in order to find better results, so that he has a place in the history of evolution of forensic science. Then Alphonse Berthelin in 1879 created anthropometry, an identification system based on physical measurements. So back in those days, this there was only two ways one person can identify an offender, by his name. One thing by his name, and another thing is by his appearance. That is through some photographs of a person. And even before that, there were no photographs, but there were paintings of people. And there are people who know a particular person, so from the memory they can identify, okay, he is that person who committed two murders in that place. So he shouldn't be left alone. So it was easy for offenders to change their names and go to a new village and start a new life. And sometimes these people are like habitual offenders. They will not stop at one crime or anything. They will keep on committing murders one after another. So such kind of people, what they will do once they commit a murder, everyone comes to know about it. It is easy for them to switch their villages, and then they can use the same method to kill another person in another place, or if not murder, other kind of crimes they can commit it. Even if they face a conviction, they may spend in prison for 5 years, 10 years. Sometimes they come out of the prison, or sometimes they escape from the prison, and they will start committing crimes again. And it was easy for them to take new identities. And as a result of that, uh, this problem of the identification of a person was really a problem. So Alphonse Bertillon, he has standardized certain ways by which we can identify a particular person. So there are certain kind of unique features in the body measurements of a person. And he not only did that, he also standardized how a photograph need to be taken. So sometimes you might have seen in movies about the mug shots of offenders. So they will have a scale or something. A person will stand there in a particular position and they will take a photograph. And the way they are standing and everything will be similar for all the offenders. So that is something which is standardized by Alphonse Bertillon. You have to take photograph in a certain manner to take advantage of the body features for identification. So that also Alphonse Bertillon has played an important role. So, see, this is one example of a photograph from the side and from the front. So, people will look different from different angles. Uh, so, this is Bertillon himself. He has taken his own photograph. So Alphonse Bertillon's history itself is very interesting. He served in army for enough period of time. He was from France, and he has received a low level clerical job in a French police station. And from there his job was not even direct policing, like some clerical records. So from there he felt a need for change in certain methods followed by the police. And from there he was able to gift certain kind of methods which are still followed now. The offenders are not identified or separated with facial measurement or anything. Now they are measured. Now they are identified with their fingerprints. So, and the fingerprint came only recently, and until fingerprints become becomes very common, his methods of identifying offenders were popular. Then Francis Galton, he is another important person who was a statistician, conducted the first definitive study of fingerprints and their classification. So here is a man who brought fingerprint, the identification of fingerprint, and the one person who found that through fingerprints we can identify offenders, and the fingerprints are actually very unique, and no two people in the world are actually having the same fingerprint. And now that kind of theories are coming into question because there were incidences of two people having similar fingerprints, but not on all the fingers, but some fingerprints can match. So there are at least few rare cases in which following fingerprints ended up in the arrest of innocent people, and those people spending in prison for 10 years, 20 years. So the time is double, but fingerprint is a reliable method of identification of people. Now also it is prominently used, but only in rare cases this kind of complications will happen. Then Leon Lattice developed a procedure to determine blood type with dried blood stain. So most often in crime scenes, crime scenes where police officers reach there, maybe after a period of time, they will not be able to spot everything in fresh. So blood, in due pass of time, it will turn dry, and from the dry blood, he found methods for determining the blood type from dried blood stains. Most often, the offenders will get the blood stains in the clothes of their victims, and if the police are able to arrest the offender within time, and through the identification of the blood type on the cloth of the offender, they will be able to establish a connection between the offender and the victim who was killed by the offender. So that is also very important. That was also a very important development in the history of forensic science. So Leon Lattis is another person who played a major role in the development of forensic science. Then Calvin Goddard used a comparison microscope to determine if a particular gun fired a bullet. So the invention of firearms and the popularity of firearms, especially in the Western countries, has resulted a lot of crimes. So with firearms, you can kill a person from a distance. You don't have to go closer to the person. You don't have to indulge in a tussle with the person. You don't have to fight with the person. From a distance, they can kill a person. So as a result of that, there are a lot of gunfire murders, and Calvin Goddard is that person uh, who studied these kind of killings, and he found out that you can actually identify a bullet which is already fired with a gun. So if you connect, if you can get the shot which is fired already, which most probably will be in the body of the victim, and you can get that bullet, and there are methods for identifying that bullet into the gun, which is used for firing that bullet. So and then that kind of connection can be very unique, with very less chances of mistakes. So Calvin Goddard made another milestone in the development of ballistics. So that is a branch of forensic science which deals with ammunitions and weapons. Then Albert S. Osborne developed the fundamental principles of document examinations and developed the comparison microscope. So we can see a lot of use of equipments such as microscope in the investigation in forensic science during that time. So Albert S. Osborne, he specialized on documents. How do you decide the veracity? That means the originality of a particular document. We can do that through inspection in microscope. So there are difference between original documents and which is created later on. For example, a document which is created 100 years before, and now someone is trying to forge that document. That person who is forging need to get the exact paper which was used for you making a document 100 years before. So that kind of paper or that kind of ink which was used during that time may not be available right now. So by studying all these factors carefully with the help of equipment such as microscope, we can understand whether a document originated right now or just 100 or 100 of years before. So Albert S. Osborne is another person who gave a lot of improvements in the forensic science, the way forensic science investigations being done during that time. Walter McCone utilized microscopy and other analytical methodologies to examine evidences. So evidences collected from crime scenes are very important and very crucial nowadays. So Walter McCone is one person uh, who has initiated using microscopic equipments for understanding and studying in detail the evidences which are collected from crime scenes. And now it is very important for even the courts to convict an offender. They all need evidences which is somehow connected to the offender through the support of forensic science. So he is one person. Then Hans Gross, he had a lot of publication. One recent person who has wrote many documents which describes the applications of scientific principles to the field of criminal investigation, especially crimes in photography. So there were developments in other branches of sciences. At the same time, Hans Gross was able to incorporate the development of other branches of sciences such as chemistry, physics, and biology, and all these things, and how these developments can be applied on law and for understanding the special circumstances and the details of particular crimes. So Hans Gross also made a lot of contribution, very important contributions to the development of forensic science. So I will go back like Hans Gross. He connected a lot of the scientific streams and how it can be applied to the practice of law. Walter McCone utilized microscopic equipments for understanding and studying evidences. Albert S. Osborne, he studied documents and he started studying documents with the use of microscopes. Calvin Goddard, he connected a bullet to to a gun which fired the bullet. See, Leon Latters developed, no, he studied blood and devised method for understanding the blood type from dried blood stains. And Francis Galton, who was a statistician, conducted the first definitive study of fingerprints and their classification. Alphonse Bertillon, he standardized the measurement taken from offenders. Nowadays, in every prison, there are measurements taken. Any person who is admitted to any prison, he will have his body measurement taken, his photos are taken, and his marks will be written, body marks. So he has contributed immensely to that area. Then Matthew Orfila, he has contributed a lot for the forensic toxicology, which is the study of poison. So okay. Okay, if you have any doubts regarding the classes being taken, please write in the comment section. You can also tell me if I am going a little bit faster and you people are not able to follow. I will reduce the speed of the lecture. I wanted to finish the class for today as soon as possible because some people complained about the lack of internet. Okay, one person has complained that his charge went completely down. On days where you have classes, you have to keep your mobile charged even before the class starts. And you have to sit somewhere where the charging point is accessible to you. You can charge the mobile and put it on a table or somewhere. You don't have to hold it because it could be dangerous. Vignesh case, it's very clear. Okay. Yeah, Renuji, we are going to finish our class and you still have 50 MB left. That's good. Okay. Anyone else has any doubts? Are you able to follow the class? You can write in the comment section if you have any doubts. Okay. Do you have any feedbacks regarding the class? Did you like the class in YouTube? Okay. How is the class? Is it better than Google Meet? Okay. Vamsi. Okay. Vamsi did not like it. Vamsi, what's the problem here? Please write what's the problem you are facing. Okay, a lot of people like this class. Okay, we will switch between platforms in each class. So depending upon the class, how effective a particular class will be on a particular platform, we will change it from time to time. Yes, Vamsi, the one thing is like when you reduce the quality of the video, you have options to increase the quality of the video as much as 400. And when you increase the quality, the quality of audio and video will go up, and when you reduce it, the quality of the video will come down. That's for sure. But voice will be good even in the lowest quality. Prasanna Arivarakan, maybe because you are keeping high. My experience is that when you use YouTube and you reduce the quality of the video, the data will be very less. Only minimum data will be taken compared to Google Meet. Okay. So I hope today's topic it's clear for everyone. I will share you the PPT link. I will share you the PPT link and also some Wikipedia pages also for you to read on particular people. They give a very good account of those people. Okay, and that will be helpful for you. So watch out for those links in the Google Classroom, and that will be your offline task for today. you will have to read all the materials which I am sharing. Okay, Nagaraj K. We reduced our video quality is not clear. Yes, we have to sacrifice. Either we should have proper internet connection or we have to reduce the quality. Yes, sir. More data is consuming YouTube. Google Classroom code. Okay, I will share the Google Classroom code. Sachin Wale, you have to message me and I will share you the Google code. Nothing is enough for the exam. You can collect as much as data, as much as notes from the online. So apart from that, you can also refer the materials which I am sharing. You can refer any materials. And if you think, if you doubt a material is good for you to study, you can share that material to me. I will confirm it. There are books on forensic science, but I don't want you to go for books which are very costly. And not any book will cover your entire syllabus. You will have to buy multiple books for studying, and the notes which I am sharing is enough for you to write the examination. That depending upon how much of information you want. For preparing examination, this will be enough, but if you would like, you can have any amount of materials you can refer. That's depending upon how much you want to learn. Okay, Praveen Srinivas. So the next class I most probably will be conducting in Google Meet, and anyway, I will let you know the medium of the class just before the class. Anything else which you want to communicate with me? Okay, I hope all of you have given your name and roll number. If you have written it, don't write it anymore. And another thing is like, if you didn't have the mandated watch time, I will not provide you attendance. So that is a rule. So make sure you have it whenever I conduct class in this manner. Make sure you have it. Renuji, that is not possible. So English is the medium of instruction, and please develop your English, because if you know English and if you are able to understand and write in English, half of the course is done. It is very easy for you to finish the examination. If I take classes in Tamil, you are going to write your examination in English. And criminology is a subject which is very difficult for you guys to learn in Tamil, because a lot of the phrase, lot of the words which we use are technically in English and which cannot be converted into Tamil. So please excuse me, I have my limitations. I cannot speak in Tamil. So please improve your English, and that will be helpful for you to finish the course, and also also to get a job or give an interview in your future. Yes, please, I'm going to end the class now. We will meet again next week.